It's your boy MSIYT. In today's YouTube video, I'm going to be telling you how to build an aesthetic body as a high schooler. I take aesthetic as in mobility, how you look, appearance, health, how you feel. And I'll put a picture up right now. Leon Edwards. He is the key physique we should all be aiming for, not for these bodybuilding trend, whatever they're doing. Like, these bodybuilders don't end up like that, because you are not gonna have a good perspective on building muscle and strength and conditioning and the mentality of how you go into it. It's not the right perspective. So right now, like a little biceps, triceps, like shoulders need to be worked on a bit. Like, I'm talking about like that kind, like when you should bulk, when you should cut. And as a high schooler, if you're skinny, there's 3 fundamentals on how to build muscle the correct way. And I'll tell you right now. Step 1 is starting calisthenics. The reason why I say if you're a beginner, a high schooler, you should start calisthenics is because you're gonna build the discipline to work out in a small place with no equipment, which also gives you, a great way to start off your mentality into working out, into like understanding and keeping that, consistency. And the best way to do that is not by spending $300 or $400 a year for a yearly membership. It's better off just stay home, spend zero amount of money, and you'll still look great in shape after a long period of time. Once you have done that, you've completed push-ups, a certain amount of push-ups in a short amount of time, handstand push-ups, squats, stretches. Yes, that's also something you should get into, stretching, because with learning how to build muscle, you must learn how to build consistency with building muscle. Because the thing is, you start off building muscle, you don't know how to fully recover, you don't know how to actually gain the muscle, you don't know what's working for you the best. So starting off that route of learning when your body needs a rest, including when you just started, and when it can push. Then once you have that completed, I recommend mixing it in with weights. So the thing is with weights, right? The gym has lots of variants, For example, you can do bicep curls sitting down on a seat, bicep curls standing up. And here's the thing, right? There's a lot of things like leg press versus squats or this and that. Here's the thing with the gym. You build muscle quicker, right? But it is easier because you are limiting the muscle. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but if you're an athlete, that could cause issues in the long term. For example, there's a reason why squats is the best exercise. Squats targets the abs, the legs, the calves, every muscle, the lower body, and the abs, obliques, and all that stuff. It does activate that. And basically, once you really understand that if you're growing your muscles, for example, a leg press, or not a leg press, or like that thing you extend your leg, I forgot, leg extensions, yeah, leg extensions. If you're doing that, you're limiting the muscle, which means that you are growing that muscle, but you're building no mobility on it. There's a reason why squats are so hard, because when you squat, you can't squat as much as you can do, for example, a leg press, because you're just doing it with strength. The thing is with squats, it takes mobility, strength, endurance. It takes more strength to perform a squat than to perform a leg press, because of the fact that you do need to activate more muscles when doing a squat. But now you really understand the concept of calisthenics, no weights versus with weights. I'm gonna be honest, as long as you're consistent with either of them, you will become the same exact way, probably, depending on your genetics, depending on what you like more, which one you would prefer to be more consistent in. For me, it's a mixture. For you, it can be just calisthenics. For you, it can be a mixture like me, or for you, it can just be weights. Thing is with weights, once you move into that, then you got to worry about the money, then you got to worry about dressing up, going there, blah blah blah, you know, a little bit more effort, which is fine, I believe, for most of you. I guess if you're actually trying to max up your game, I recommend doing that. So now that I got how to build muscle, we're gonna talk about what to do in your current, situation. If you're skinny, fat, how to cut, how to build, for example, endurance for a sport, strength for a sport, mobility, all that stuff. Okay, if you're fat, I'm gonna tell you, for somebody that's fat or skinny, if you're fat, it's simple. Eat less, work out. Doesn't mean work out more. It could be cardio more, whatever. As long as you're working, moving. If you're skinny, right? If you're skinny, you still gotta work, but eat more. That's the thing. Gotta eat more and work. Not necessarily work more, Consistency, that's all it takes, guys. So, boom. You do what I said. Boom, over time. You research what I'm talking about, Then boom, you got your weight. Okay, I'm gonna stop eating this KFC. Okay, I'm gonna start eating a little bit more, like, fries or something, or whatever that's healthy, A little bit more peanuts or steaks, extra steak, Then after a couple months, you'll gain some weight. You'll gain some muscle after you actually develop that habit. You will see progress. And yeah, that's the simple part for the weight wise, Don't think you gotta be 200 pounds of pure muscle. Don't think you gotta be this, like, whatever. Don't leave that out the window. We're not going for that. Then boom, whatever your height, weight is, you can be 6 foot and 200 pounds naturally, which is fine. Some people are like that. You can be 5'9" or 5'10", you could be 300 pounds. It's very different, very different. So find out what you are. Find out what you like. Just check up with a doctor. I'd recommend with blood tests and all that, just to see, like, what's your current status, Then after we got that out the way, we're gonna talk about mobility, how to, like, build that, like, golden Leon Edwards physique. That's the physique girls want. That's the physique everybody is chasing. Don't chase this C-bomb, this and that, blah blah blah. Cause bro, they're always getting injured. They're always wearing these extra wraps because they're like, joints are all fucked up because the way they're training, it's ridiculous. They're like doing 1 rep maxes with like all this stuff and keeping everything in their body weak. No, we train without anything, no belt, no nothing. That's how you truly build strength. Don't do anything you think you can, because if you think you can't, then you don't need a belt. You don't need wrist wraps. You don't need any of that. If you think you can't do it, it's simple. Don't do it. If you think you can, and if you think you got one more, then do it. Sure, there's going to be times where you're going to make mistakes and you're going to get injured. For example, me. Tore my upper back, could not even move my back for like 4 or 5 months. Still feel it till this day. Just now, recently, 2-3 months in, I've been going to the gym a little bit, not too much, just a little bit. Get that, back recovery, because I also had a parasite. So, like, I've been gaining weight, gaining strength slowly, which is fine, I've seen some personal records for me. I've been doing some crazy numbers recently, which is not necessarily something to worry about. Don't worry about the numbers, like I said previously. Okay, now that we got that out the way, I feel like now we gotta talk about, what is it? Okay, mobility and strength training are very like are two things you can build at once. You know, remove things that like dumb shit. Like if you're in the gym, like don't do push-ups, like incline push-ups. You know why? Because it makes it harder. You do push-ups flat on the floor, you arch your back, or you do the form, whatever you need to do, and then you do actual push-up. Don't do those, you know, those push-ups on the wall or like that. Whatever. If you need to do that, you know? Because some people, I can't judge, some people are very big, so they must do that, which is fine. Do that. You need to do something. The thing is, people are too scared to start. That's the thing. That's why they start watching these YouTube videos. They get too scared to start, which could, you know, ruin the image of building a good physique. You know, people always think, oh, I gotta have this, I gotta have that, pre-workout, blah blah blah, creatine. Listen, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. Remove everything out the window, and the three things: sleep, hard, working out hard, and a diet. Those are the three main things you need. Without those three main things, it's gonna be hard to keep a schedule. It's gonna be hard to have a clear mind. It's gonna be hard, like everything's gonna be hard, okay? Once you master these three things, it doesn't have to be at the same time, then you're Gucci, because the good physique will come. You just gotta wait. You just gotta keep working hard, you know? Keep working hard every day. That's it. You know, quick and simple, guys. It's don't overcomplicate it with these gym gurus you see online with their BS about saying, "Oh, take this steroid and you'll get so much." Like, come on, bro. Don't be that guy. It's much better grow your physique naturally than go out your way to do some dumb shit on the internet, bro.